Hi everyone, and welcome to Jane Talks Trek, where I'll be talking about and reviewing an episode of the original series, The Next Generation, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, or Enterprise. Today, I'm looking at Plato's Stepchildren from the original series' third season, or as I like to call it, that time Star Trek got physically weird. This episode was requested by Bill Milligan, so thank you for the suggestion, and let's get going. We begin the episode with a distress call, so Kirk, Spock and McCoy beam down where they meet Alexander, a Platonian who exposits so quickly I have no idea what's going on, and he makes a weird exit. This woman immediately orders McCoy to help this dude who floats McCoy's equipment, and Philana is straight up a dick to Alexander. And into the credits we go. Alexander plays giant chess as we get Captain's exposition log, and McCoy is confused over Parman's condition, and Philana explains they have no need for doctors usually as they stop aging at 30, and they're over 2,000 years old. Hey, maybe she knows that Requiem for Methuselah dude. I'm sorry, there is no way this guy stopped aging at 30. Parman has a psychic fit which rocks the ship, sends McCoy into a spin, and chucks poor Alexander around, so McCoy sedates him. They've got to stick around to make sure Parman doesn't freak out again, and Alexander explains he's the only one without powers and the only one his size, so he's treated as a servant and is called away again. McCoy reports Parman is all better now, so they plan to leave, but Scotty says an unknown force is preventing transport, so Kirk goes to ask Parman what the fuck he's doing. Parman is mad and steals Kirk's phaser before bitch slapping him. And no, seriously, why do they even try to help people? They can't contact Enterprise, and the three of them are forced to walk to see Parman and Philana, although Kirk forgets how to walk like a normal person, and Philana gives them some shit gifts, and Parman apologizes for being a jerk. They turn to go, but they want McCoy to stay, and he says no, so Parman goes off on some philosophical rant that causes Kirk's shield to disappear, and they force McCoy to stay, so he tells the others to run, but they refuse. They're forced to put on laurel wreaths and dance around like they're trying to fuck up Harry Mudd's androids, while spouting Lewis Carroll, and Kirk is dragged along the ground and tortured, but McCoy still refuses to stay, so now it's Spock's turn, who does a little dance, and what's wrong with his ear? Spock finds the whole thing hilarious, and Alexander joins in, so he ends up crying, and Alexander yells at him, and what the ever-loving fuck is happening? Spock is kind of broken by the whole experience, and McCoy tries to comfort him, so Spock encourages them to let loose on Parman while he gets his emotions under control. McCoy agrees to stay to save the others, but Kirk points out that Parman will kill them all anyway, and Alexander goes on a passionate rant about how he's been mistreated, and plans to cut them all, which is what caused Parman's illness to begin with. Kirk talks him out of it because it's a stupid plan.
It's the first time anybody ever thought of my life before his own.
And he admits he was too afraid to warn them of the danger when they first arrived. So they quiz him about when the Platonians got their powers, and they conclude that the planet's food is what caused it. So they want to give themselves powers, and Alexander explains that the Platonians are unable to combine their powers, and McCoy injects the others. But Alexander doesn't want to join in, but does ask to be taken with them if they do manage to escape. Uhura and Nurse Chapel suddenly beam down. Ooh, nice outfits. But their powers haven't kicked in yet, and Spock is forced to sing.
He loves in the breathless excitement of night.
And apparently Leonard Nimoy composed the song himself. Nice. They all have to put on a play where Spock and Chapel have to kiss, and this dude mentions Cupid. Ding dong, Cupid is Roman, Eros is Greek. Uhura admits she's frightened but puts on a brave face, and they have to kiss too. Wait, what kind of BDSM shit is this now? Kirk yells at them all saying they're dead inside, and when the girls were about to get attacked, McCoy agrees to stay, and Alexander tries to stab Parman, but clearly that doesn't go well, and they try to make him stab himself, but Kirk's powers kick in just in time to save him. Poor Alexander is sent back and forth until Parman begs for his life, so he puts down the knife and tells Parman that him and the others are hot garbage. Parman agrees to play nice, but Kirk says he's full of shit and tells him off, and they take Alexander back to the ship with them. Okay, mixed feelings on this one. Parman and Philana are unredeemable dickholes, so the main idea of this episode is kind of annoying. But Alexander is the absolute best part, and his character saves this one from being kind of unwatchable. His dialogue, acting, emotion, everything is so good, and his reactions to what's going on and his epic speeches are amazing. And I love the fact that despite being abused by the other's powers, when given an opportunity to have powers himself, he turned it down. I don't keep up with any of the Star Trek books, but anyone know if he's ever mentioned again or what became of him? The physical acting in this one straddled the line between kinda silly and absolute genius, so I'm not really sure where my feelings fall. But good on everyone for keeping it up. It can't have been easy, but they did a good job. The setting and costumes were fun, the music was good, including the live singing, and even though the Platonians were asshats, the episode itself was fairly enjoyable. So there you have it. That was Plato's Stepchildren. If there's an episode of Star Trek you'd like me to cover, pop it down in the comments below or come say hi on social media. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button, it really does mean a lot, or consider subscribing if you want to be assimilated into my channel. Alternatively, feel free to check out my other YouTube channels. Thank you so much for watching, I'll speak to you soon, and live long and prosper.